Let's talk more about neighbors in my interesting neighborhood. So, about diagonally across the street, I have a man and a woman. They're a little bit older, probably 70s. And if you didn't know them, and if you didn't live in the neighborhood or by me, you would just think they're a husband and wife. Turns out they're brother and sister, which you can't really judge. I get it. You know, maybe they think they only have each other left, so they need to stay close. I think it's pushing the envelope of life to be living with your brother and your sister. I believe the house was their parents, so you would say there's no mortgage, probably just pay taxes. And they're a bit odd. I mean, what else would you expect? So the brother, he uh he loves mowing his lawn. I mean, he's probably literally mowing his lawn probably good 4 times a week. He probably first thing. Right? I think the law here is anything before 7 is not acceptable for machinery. So he's out there 8 o'clock. Right? He loves it, and you try to talk to him. He's really friendly. You wave to him. That's cool. You just know that something's just a little bit off. I think my direct neighbor had told me he was an engineer, so that explains why he's a little shy, probably really smart. Sometimes you'll see him walking down the street. I think he goes to the bank. The bank is a decent amount away. And he's always got like these bank bags. It's weird. It's like I don't know if he's got to be stuck in like the 60s or 70s and thinks somebody's tracking him or something like the KGB or something. Like you see him walk down the street, looking around. He's got glasses, full head of hair, glasses, old school like jacket. And his glasses are huge, so it makes him look even more clueless. The brother and sister, they do have 2 dogs. They're dachshunds, and they'll also occasionally walk them, and it's really weird. Sometimes they got a carriage for one of them, which I don't know if that's signifying it's their child, which was really odd. And the dogs are small; they yip, bark all the time, yada yada yada. The other weird thing is the brother. When he's walking the dogs, he's like a different person. Puts on his sunglasses, gets out his cane. Now, when he's walking to the bank on a top secret mission, he got no cane. When he's mowing the lawn, doesn't need a cane. You could argue the lawnmower is his cane, his walker. When he was walking those dogs, it's almost like he's got some swag going on. Puts on his, it's almost like he's putting on his Sunday's best, puts on his cool shades, got his cane like he's a gangster. I remember I talked to him briefly when my second boy was born, because they get the newspaper, you know, asking him, hey, so and so, hey, any chance you got the paper from yesterday? Oh man, is he lit right up, front page to as a memoir or a memory of the birth of the second boy, my second boy. But what threw me off was, we were just kind of shooting the shit, talking about the car I have. He wants to get a car like mine, the brand, and he introduces his sister. This is my partner, and I'm like, oh, he wasn't like, I wasn't shaking her hand, but like he was like, yeah, me and my partner, we're just living here and lived here our whole life. And I'm like, that's really weird. A couple other little odd things is, their lights are on constantly, meaning nighttime, sundown to sunup. It's like they have to have insomnia, or maybe they stay up, or maybe they make it seem like the spies. It's got to be about the spies. And then, she comes out, she feeds the bird feeder. That's her job. She's the bird feeder. She's the bird feeder god, or bird feeder boss. And all the squirrels eat it. And then occasionally she just gets a little nuts, because I always have my earphones on when I'm doing stuff. She just will make like these weird comments like, I love cats. I'm like, oh, and they don't have cats. There's a couple of neighborhood cats. The next door neighbor, which next to them, he's a pretty decent guy. But I really would just like to talk to these people a little bit more. I mean, I would never have the opportunity to talk to them, because they again, did I really think that they're stuck in the 60s and 70s about spies and shit, like just weird. And then they both drive the same car. It's like the both same Ford sedan. And when the sister comes in, god damn, she bombs up the driveway, and the driveway is not even just, it's just maybe a car and a half deep or long. And it's got a little bit of a hill, and I'm like, all right, you got to get up the hill, but man, she bombs in there. I mean, they're old. I'm guessing they don't booze it or probably do too many recreational drugs, but when one kicks it, the other one's going to be lost. With the brother too, he's got a. It's almost like the sister, since he mows the lawn, his paycheck or his pay is, he's got this like old car, and I don't know, maybe it's a Nova, but it is not the nice looking Novas back in the day. It's like, it looks like 1970, 1980, and it's all rusted a little bit, and you walk by, one side is higher than the other if you're looking at it, so you know that the frame's kind of giving way. But and he loves that stupid car. The garage is immaculate. I've never been in the house. When my previous neighbor, who moved directly across the street from them, these are the neighbors that they're 30-year-olds with the boy with the nice house. So those previous people said that the sister and the brother had given them a card when they had a baby, which was nice but kind of odd. I didn't get no card, but I don't know them, like I only know them as like, I'm the spy, right? I'm spying on them, but you just want to ask yourself, or ask them versus ask yourself, what happened? Like, how could you just go through life and not have any romance? And like, what do they think? I mean, they never ever go on vacation. They just stay home. Like, I get it. They could say, well, we're older and we're barely making it by, but the house has got to be paid off when their parents kicked it. Don't know when they kicked it, and they pay taxes. So that's what, probably four or $500 a month, maybe a little less. I've never seen their backyard. It's great. It's like a little cape, right? It's kind of a smaller house, and wooden fence going horizontally to separate the back from the front. And they have on the wooden, pretty old looking fence, beware of dog. Like, come on. It's like a little ankle biter, but legend has it in the neighborhood, the sister had a dash hound, either the same dog now or a previous dog, and they were walking it down the street, and there was this big German Shepherd that beat up the little dog. That's why she put them in a stroller. Man, you want to talk about creating good content. Those people could you could hit it out of the park with all the crap that they have, that they do talk about and don't talk about, and then it would almost be like a thought starter, kind of be like, so and so does this, and then you just be like, oh, that's a pleasure talking to you. Then you could expand. So we're slowly going through my neighbors. I'm fortunate enough to have three wackos, three of them so far. And I know there's better ones out there, but I just sometimes ask, why do I get the pleasure of having the wackos?